Hey everybody, it is the 3rd of April already, and welcome to our weekly celebration call. I'm so glad that you're here. And we just want to dive right in. I want to introduce you to a dynamic duo, and I think we'll start with Michele. She's the mom, and I want to hear Michelle's story. And take it away, Michele.
Hi, ladies. It's good to be with you tonight. I'm breathing hard. I just ran next door. Kalyn and I, we live side by side. And she's the reason my life has changed so much today. 3 years ago, actually this weekend, I began my health journey. And I was one of those people who I did it actually to just shut her up because I didn't believe it was going to happen. I had a hysterectomy. I turned 50. I tried everything. My doctor wanted to put me on all this medicine. And I'm like, okay, let me try something my daughter's been talking about, and then we'll talk. And so I did. And it changed my life. Also, I was a new grandma for the first time. And my goal was I wanted to be able to cross my legs and hold a grandbaby. I'm 5'2" on a good day. Okay. So I was kind of square and always been the chunky girl. And I thought if I wore really big clothes that I would look smaller. So anyway, started my journey April Fool's weekend, and we went away on a family trip, started 5 and 1, and it changed my life. I was that typical person who lost 10 pounds a month. By the end of August, I hit my goal, and my doctor could not believe it. I did not have to go on any maintenance medications. I had energy. I'm a teacher by day, and I would come home and I had energy. I didn't have to take a nap. That was totally new. I learned how to eat. I learned the value of drinking water and walking and sleep and all those things that I had heard about, but I didn't know why they were important. So it changed my life. It rocked my world. And for somebody who had tried many, many things and was totally discouraged, it works. It works for everyone. And because it changed my life and Kalyn impacted me, my mom got on program with severe RA, lost 30-some pounds. So it has just changed. It's changed not only my life, but my family's life, even the way that we feed our grandbabies. So it is totally cool. And then when probably about August, Kalyn said to me, "Oh, Mom, have you thought about paying it forward and sharing with other people?" And I'm like, no, wait a minute. I don't look like a health coach. I don't, in my mind, you had to be tall and slim and fit and all of that good stuff. And she said, "Come with me and go to this convention. I want you to meet some people." And I sat there and wept. I had never met such happy people, such sincere people who just generally just wanted to pay it forward and help other people. And so that's what I try to do with my life is that, you can see me and the difference that it's just, I cannot say how much this has impacted my life. I can't say it enough. I am so thankful because I would probably be that type 2 diabetic today if I hadn't changed 3 years ago. And, and back to coaching, I thought, wait a minute, but I'm not where I want to be. I don't look perfect. And I have found that looking perfect doesn't exist, that everybody has a journey, and that journey has waves in it. And it's about giving other people hope. And that's what Kalyn did for me, is that when I didn't believe it was going to happen, she knew, and I had to trust someone. And so that's what I want to say to people tonight is that you may not be where you're at, but your coach has that belief in you, and your coach knows that you're going to get there. So rely on that person. Rely on that person that's going to give you support, because they have already been in your shoes, walked the walk, and they know it can happen.
Well, thank you. I mean, that is just, wow. I can totally relate being the new grandma, and the 50. When I started, it was 50 was right around the corner for me, and all I knew was I didn't have grandbabies yet, but I didn't want to be 50 and fat on top of it.
Yes.
That was going to be bad enough.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. What do you think from the program point of view? What do you think was the thing that surprised you most about it when you started?
Probably eating 6 times a day. That was totally new for me. Realizing how full I was going to be, how satisfied I was going to be, because I didn't think that I could live without sugar. I'm an addict to sugar. I love sugar. And so, but then probably the biggest thing for me was changing my habits. I was never a water drinker. I really didn't like water. And so all of that has changed for me. And I found myself craving things. Look at you, chugging your water.
Yeah.
So, water and walking. And who has heard of that you can lose weight without exercising? I'm like, oh my goodness.
Sign me up.
How cool is that? And, I think too, as women, sometimes, when you do hit 50, your body changes. Things are not the same. You used to have a waist and that's kind of disappeared. And, it's just, it's learning to accept yourself. But as far as what really was probably most significant for me was eating 6 times a day and changing my habits. Because in my mind, in order to lose weight, you had to starve yourself. So this was totally new. And that's what I find with my clients. They're like, well, but I'm full. I don't want to eat that 5th meal, but you need to. Your body needs it. So it's a whole mindset. It's a different way of taking care of yourself. It's hard to think that I need to eat to lose weight. That's just kind of not the norm.
Right. And so what do you think the key has been to you keeping your weight off? Like, how have you done it? Because let's face it, a lot of programs out there, even if you go on the crazy, the cabbage soup diet, then you can lose weight. It's not healthy, but you can lose weight, but you can't necessarily maintain it. So what has been the key for you in keeping it off?
I think for me, when I went through transition and when I was getting food back into my daily allowance, for my body, for my metabolism and stuff, I kind of pick and choose. I don't have everything that I'm allowed to have every day because it's too much for me. And that's what I encourage my clients to, is that, and I'm not saying that I don't every once in a while have a dessert, because I do, and I still struggle with sugar, but I want my health more than I want the sugar. And so I try to remind myself, do I really want this? And honestly, Tricia, I can't have it in my house. So it's kind of different how I stock our home too. If I can't have Milky Way bars in my house because I'm going to think about them and want them. So I shop differently, I plan differently, and I give myself some grace too.
Good. That's what it's about, for sure. All right, so tell me about this girl, Kalyn.
This girl, Kalyn, well, she's changed my life for 29 years, but, she knew that it was going to happen. And I think that's what we have to give to our clients as coaches, is that we have to believe in them when they don't believe in themselves. And she was living in Indiana at the time, and I would go out there, and every time we saw her, every couple of weeks, she would just kept changing. She's like, Mom, this is so easy. You're going to love it. I'm like, no, it's not going to work. Oh, Mom, you're going to love it. So she was the vision. And she's really impacted not only my life, but our family's life and everybody in Northeast Ohio. So, yeah, she's a rock star. Just ask me. I'm her biggest fan.
So, Kalyn and I met, you started, 3 years ago-ish?
Yeah, 3 years.
And so...
Texas, right? Wasn't it Texas?
It was, no, I believe it's a Go Global.
Right, but Go Global...
Was it Nashville? I don't know. It was somewhere in there.
Anyway, somewhere.
Yes. This girl with curly hair was coming along, and she was just doing some crazy things and building this huge business. So I'm like, dang, let's get her on a call.
Something like that. No, I appreciate it. So my story, 3 years ago, and I know, Melinda, we were chatting a little bit before this had started. I had started the program, probably like lots of you. It was like, tried everything, nothing worked. I really had no hopes of it working for me. And so my story goes, I'm a teacher by profession as well. As I was on the program and losing weight, what happens? Everybody in your world starts to ask you, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You look amazing, right? If you haven't experienced this yet, just be ready, because it will happen. And so as these people were asking me, wanting to know more, well, that about 3 months into it, I had gone home to see my family for the first time, like my mom had said, and they were all like, okay, tell me what's going on. So they decided that they wanted to try it. And so I was telling my coach, like, hey, I have all these people that want to get healthy. And she said to me, well, Kalyn, what if you help them? And I was like, excuse me? I've struggled with my weight all my life, so how can I help other people, right? And B, I thought, well, I'm still new at this. I don't know everything yet. I don't know if I can do this. So long story short, I decided, okay, I can help my family. So my family hopped on board, started getting healthy. That was in March. By the end of that month, my coach goes, Kalyn, do you realize how awesome you're doing? I go, yeah, all these people are getting healthy. I had 4 teachers in my hallway that were all, hopping on board. And she says, do you realize how much money you've made? And I said, no, I knew nothing about that stuff. I'm not a business-minded person. I just wanted to help people. And that month, our student loans had just kicked in. And we had a bill that was like $2,000. Had no idea where that money was coming from. Well, that got my Take Shape coaching check, and it was like $2,700. And I was like, oh my goodness, I could not. I mean, that was more than I was, making teaching. I was blown away. So fast forward, the end of that school year, our whole family had hopped on board, which we've lost over 400 pounds, something like that, something crazy, with people getting healthy in our family. And I had, at that point, decided end of the school year, while I was doing so well coaching, I had 2 little babies at home. I thought, you know what, I can do this and have more time for my family. So I was able to stay home with my kids and help people. And guys, besides yes, we get paid to coach, and we get paid actually really well. Besides that, let me tell you how great it feels when you get a text from somebody that says, I have not worn these jeans since high school. Oh my goodness. Like, I've had so many people that it's just changed their lives. And for me, someone that has struggled and someone still on this journey and has a long way to go, it has been so helpful to have that extra support. It's crazy how much support we get from you all, and really it's kind of a shot in the arm to keep us focused. So fast forward, we moved back to Ohio, with all of our student loans and other things. We were unable to get a house yet, just because of all that stuff. So this program, Take Shape, really, it built us a new house. It helped us get out of debt. Like, it truly has changed our lives, and I don't know where we'd be without it. So I'm so grateful. And yes, we've met lots and lots of people, and I love, like Trisha out in California. How would I ever have met you, had we not done this? And so anyway, that's kind of my coaching story at a glance. But like I said, we're always coaches, we're always clients, and we're always wanting to get better and work in areas. And I was just on a call earlier tonight with Trisha, getting some ideas on, because she is moving and doing awesome and really motivated with her health. And she was helping me, giving me some suggestions. So we work together, and that's kind of where I'm at. So our family too, there's 11 health coaches, that we've had in our family. So a lot of people think, oh, well, so-and-so does that, so I don't think I can help anybody. Well, here's the truth. People want to be helped by people they know, and they're most comfortable with that. And that's why I had started in the first place. So anyway, so that's a little background.
I just want to say too, that people are not looking for perfection. They're looking for heart and, for you to be authentic. So that's what they want in a coach. They want somebody who really cares for them. And one of my clients who couldn't be on here tonight, her goal when she started a year ago, 2 things. She wanted to be able to polish her own toes and sit on her husband's lap for her 25th anniversary. And this is a girl who's been seizures, so many medical issues, and her life, she's almost hit 100 pounds. And there is no money. There's no money that you can associate with that value. It has changed her life. To see this woman blossom and to get back her sense of feeling feminine again and feeling worthy again and all of that, it's just been incredible. So as Kalyn said, there's no greater reward than being a small part in someone else's life. It's truly a blessing.
I couldn't agree more. It's just, it's almost selfish, because it helps us as much as it helps the client. So if you are a client and aren't coaching yet, let me ask you why. What are you afraid of? Because really, here's the fun part about this. I wasn't sure that I wanted to coach. I wanted to go for the whole weight loss insurance part of it. I heard that was going to help me keep my weight off, and that absolutely has been the case. And I'm like Kalyn, it's been up and down, but if it weren't for this group of people in this community that we're in, I would not be where I am at right now. But it's just, what I like about it was that you get to try out coaching. Maybe it won't be for you. Who knows? Maybe you won't like people calling you and telling you how great they feel and how many medicines they're off. I don't know. It's possible. But what I'm saying is, check it out. It'll cost you $200 to become a coach, and you get to try it for a year. And if at the end of the year it's not for you, send your kit back, you get your money back, and guess what? You still get to keep the commission that you made along the way. And Kalyn and Michele and Pam and all the rest of us coaches online, we're going to be helping you help your people. We're going to be helping you coach your team, because we do coach as a team, all of us together. So that's one of the coolest things about that. And did I miss any other points, Michele and Kalyn, from the coaching angle? It's almost not even about what I call the magic food. I was talking to someone the other day, she goes, okay, what magic food are you talking about? I said, no, well, I'm talking about our meal replacements that we use, yes, but what I'm talking about, that's not what we focus on. It truly is not. It's about changing our habits and guzzling water.
Trisha, I was going to say too, I think a lot of times people think, well, I don't have much time, or I'm really busy. I know those are common thoughts, and I don't know, it sounds like it's going to be a lot of work. Well, I'll tell you guys, 5 in 1, right? You don't have to think about it. You eat the meals, you drink the water, right? You all agree? It's not hard.
Yeah.
Well, coaching is the same way. You don't have to think about it. It's already been done for you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. And your coach is going to lead you every step of the way on things you need to do. So like I said, just think futuristic. Those of you who are brand new on the program, just getting started, I'm here to tell you, your world is going to be asking. They want to know the secret. Why is she glowing? Why does she feel so good? Why is she, right? Have so much energy. So keep that in the back of your head, because like I said, it has been quite the adventure, and just so much fun meeting new people. And we had a meeting this past week here in our town, and we had close to 40 people who were there, and they were all in program. And because I said yes, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I just want you guys to understand the ripple effect. Because I had said, yeah, I'll help some people. All of those people's lives are now being changed. So it's just really cool to kind of sit back and watch that. So
absolutely.
Thanks, Trisha, for asking us.
Yes, thank you.
No, thank you guys for sharing. And neither Kalyn nor I would be here if Karen hadn't said yes. And Karen just posted here yesterday that y'all know how much your orders cost, but we're about to be, just Karen's team, almost $1 million business. How crazy is that? What I love about that, what that means, it's not about the money. It's how many people are being helped and are getting healthy. That's the only way we get paid. So it is just priceless. It gives me goosebumps to think about that. Okay, so since we're all about the habits, today's habit of health is about water. Who has our water? Ta-da! All right, then. I found a fun little video that I actually sent out in the client support email today, but I thought it would be fun to share that. So bear with me here while I find the screen that it's in, and we will click on it and share it. So one sec. Okay. All right, let's make it big. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Ryan from Science in 60, guest hosting this episode of World 5 List on the amazing benefits of drinking water you probably didn't know. First, water helps you build muscle. In addition to sustaining you through your workout, our muscles are about 75% water, which acts as an electrolyte in our body. And water helps lubricate your joints, preventing injury while you're working out and gaining muscle mass. Water can also help you lose weight. It breaks down fat and fat byproducts that have accumulated in the body, and if you drink it before eating, it acts like an appetite suppressant, causing you to eat less. But most importantly, it boosts your metabolism, which helps you burn more calories throughout the day. Water also flushes toxins from our bodies. Our bodies, especially our kidneys, straight out salt and other minerals that we take in. Without water to dilute these minerals and detoxify our bodies, we can form kidney stones, urinary infections, and other health problems. One rule of thumb is if you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. And that dehydration causes your body to release a stress hormone called cortisol. So when you feel stressed, can't focus, or you feel irritated or fatigued, get in the habit of drinking some water. You'll be surprised how well it works. And water gives you an energy boost too, helping you get back to your normal. And if you've got a headache or feel one coming on, water's the best remedy. Pain pills may alleviate the pain, but it doesn't deal with the underlying problem. Finally, drinking enough water each day gives you younger looking skin. So does taking frequent baths, because typically dry skin is a result of a lack of water. But water doesn't just save you money on moisturizers. It actually prevents fine lines, wrinkles, and even stretch marks. Do you know why your fingers and toes wrinkle in water? Check out this video. Or for other science videos,
Let's just stop him. I think he's done talking. All right. How about that? Fun, huh? Okay. Well, let me see. Does anybody, hold on, there's a question right here. Okay. Kalyn and her mom had to go, but she said, thanks for inviting her and having her on. Let me unmute everybody. See if anybody has any questions left here. And my phone is dinging like crazy. Anyone? Questions? Comments?
You want to talk about the next challenge, Trish?
Oh, sure. Okay, so the next version of the Health Games starts April 11th, I believe it is. And if you want to join us, I would highly encourage you. It's a cool way to reinforce all the habits of health that we talk about that will help you maintain your weight long term for the rest of your life. And so there are already, Barbara's already on the team, and a couple other people are already on the team. I know Pam and Melinda are coming. So if you don't have a link, then message me for it, and you can join our room. They are both weight loss and maintenance categories. So it's going to be a 6-week challenge. In the 6 weeks, you can either, depending on which category you choose, lose 6% of your body weight or more, somewhere between 6 and 12%. Or if you're a slower loser and you're afraid you're not going to quite make the 6% in the 6 weeks, you could actually choose the maintenance category and still lose up to 5.99% of your weight and still win your maintenance category. So you win by having 65% of the possible points and by achieving your weight goal together. So at the very least, it's only $20 to join plus a processing fee, but at the very least, the winners usually get their money back and maybe a few dollars more. So the winners kind of split the pot, but it's a really great way to cement what we're learning. You'll get points for drinking your water and things like that. Did I cover that, Miss Pam?
Yeah, it's a good way to start your day or end your day with some just kind of daily motivation, accountability. Check into your room page and see who's been on there and see what funny thing I'm going to say. And and you know, even though I've done every one since I started the program, I guess 3 or so years ago, I always learn something new every time.
Mm-hmm.
And although we sponsor the program, we don't run the program. It's run by an independent group, Meltdown Challenge. For anybody who's afraid to join it, nobody knows what you weigh. Nobody sees your picture except the Meltdown Challenge people. So, and it's easy to get the points. If you log on every day, you'll get your points in like 4 weeks. And there's extra points. There's bonus points every week. There'll be bonus points for attending this Zoom meeting. There'll be bonus points for watching a webinar. And it doesn't take generally maybe, 10 minutes a day.
Right.
But
the fun thing that they started the last time around was some national huddles. So therefore, they are running their own Zoom call, and it's a little bit different format than the Zoom that we're doing now. It's a webinar where they're sharing from, you mostly just see the speaker, and they will put up some surveys to ask questions and things like that. And so it is participation, but you can sit in your sweaty workout clothes with no makeup on if you want to, or in your jammies or whatever works for you, because nobody can see you when you're on those calls. And so the links for those will pop up when you're in the call as well, in the challenge, I mean. Anybody else? Thank you for the reminder. I almost forgot. No? Okay. Well then, we will see you next week, and right back here at the same bat time and the same bat channel. Have a great week.